Starting college can be exciting and stressful for both parents and students. Moving away from home, tuition costs, and the demands of college courses can be overwhelming. So when are second thoughts a sign a school may not be the right choice? And what can you do about it? Here with some ideas on sorting through the first semester jitters is my guest, higher education expert Lynn O'Shaughnessy, author of The College Solution, a guide for everyone looking for the right school at the right price. Lynn, welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Now, many college freshmen are moving into their dorms this week as we speak, in fact. What's the criteria to find the best college for you, for yourself or for your
child? I
child?
think one of the things you have to get over is that there is a perfect school, and also get over the rankings, because I think a lot of students feel, oh, if I don't get into one of the top schools, according to U.S. News, that it's not going to be a good fit, and that's silly. There's like over 2,300 four-year colleges out there, and frankly, a lot of it, I would say, if it's a good fit, if it's a good financial fit, because you want to be able to pay for it. I've heard from many parents who spend way too much money to get into the school. Mm-hmm. That's a disaster. Mm-hmm. And also, can you make connections with professors, which is very important. Can you, if you are really set on a particular major, can you get that major, and can you explore different majors if you're not sure what you want to do?
What are some signs that a college or a university may not be the first fit or the best fit in this first semester or first year?
Well, I think the first semester, students have to realize they are going to be a little scared. It is going to be intimidating. It is going to be probably the most challenging semester. So they need to know that they're in the same boat as millions of other students, and they shouldn't just think, oh, it's not working out because I just don't feel comfortable yet.
Yeah, it kind of brings me to my next question. A student or a parent might be feeling homesick, let's say, for the student, or they might have just typical anxieties. I know one student I know who was a freshman this year said, I just can't gain those 15 pounds, these random anxieties. But how do you know that that's just normal versus something that might be more serious, or might indeed be, maybe you need to switch schools?
Well, I think one of the things that students should do who are feeling, well, for anybody, if they're just hit the ground running or not, is get involved in their school, because survey after survey shows students who get involved, who get a job on campus, that students who get a job tend to have higher grades. So do students who are involved in organizations, clubs. Get involved. Try to reach out to professors. If you do things like that, start even looking at career services of your schools. If you get plugged in, if you're, for instance, having a job in the cafeteria, you're more likely to make friends there, right? Or if you are, on the intramural soccer team, you're going to meet friends. So that is really important, rather than sitting in your dorm room going, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out. Just go for it. Reach out, even if it's uncomfortable, and you're going to have a better experience.
So what I'm hearing is wait a little while.
Yeah,
don't jump into the first semester
right.
and then get involved. But what if you do all those things and ultimately you say, you know what, I don't want a school of 30,000. I want a college of 500 or something. What do you need to do as far as financially and the guidelines of getting out of school without just damaging your transcripts and your history?
Well, that's one thing you have to do is, as you're trying to make it work, you can also be looking at other schools, but one of the things you need to be careful of is, will your credits transfer? And so you should be talking to this other school's credit evaluator to say, what's the situation? You also would need to be talking to the financial aid office to see what kind of money you might get. You're not going to get as much as college freshmen get. You can also, a great tool for people who are thinking about transferring is the College Board. You can type in the name of any school on the College Board website and then click on the For Transfer Student hyperlink. And that will tell you how many transfer students apply, who get in, what the requirements are to be a transfer student.
What would you say to parents? How could they help, either financially in making a transition or helping the students stay in class?
Well, I think being there, listening to the child, supporting them. I think there's a lot of media stories about, well, how often should you call, or should you call once a week? I think that's silly. It's what your student, your child needs, and that. My daughter was always, wanting to talk, but that's just how she was. My son, we might go 2 weeks without talking to him. That was cool too. But just let them know you're there for them, and also encourage them to get involved, like to get a work-study job or a campus job, or to go and talk to the professor if you need help, or just to connect, that sort of thing.
All right. Well, we have to end it there. I want to thank you, Lynn O'Shaughnessy, so much, and there's a lot more on our website, kpbs.org.
Well, thank you.